Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Moveset of the Week. I really enjoy that you guys are starting to thumbs up those comments that you like for ideas for the next Moveset of the Week. That really helps out, actually. I like it because then I don't have to try and decide what's probably going to be the most wanted set to look at, because then I know you guys thumbs up the comments that you like, and I'm going to probably pick the one that has the most thumbs. And actually, I think there was about 5 votes for the Weather Ball Venusaur event. So basically around sometime last year, an event came to Japan via the Dream World or something like that, where a Bulbasaur could be obtained from an egg and it would have Weather Ball. So clearly it actually wasn't the Dream World. It was probably like some Pokemon Center giveaway or something like that that Japan loves to do. But regardless, the idea was to take this Weather Ball Venusaur and try and make a set out of it. Now, the unfortunate thing is it does have Overgrow as opposed to Chlorophyll as an ability, so, obviously not going to work on some teams that well unless you really, really make a huge team support for an Overgrow Venusaur in OU. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of focusing on a rain team, although it could potentially be used in a sand team if you get rid of all the things that can, Flamethrower, Fire Blast spam. So this is going to be more than likely designated for a rain team, although it could also work in a sandstorm team conceivably. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Alright, so the nature is going to be modest if you want to run choice specs, which I do recommend just because for the blatant power that it's going to have. Or if you're a fan of switching moves, you can choose the Life Orb or Expert Belt. I would recommend the Life Orb over the Expert Belt in this case, though, just because it's going to be doing a little bit more damage as it is anyway. So, for that reason, I do actually recommend the Life Orb over Expert Belt, but I recommend choice specs over both of those items. And for the natures on Life Orb and Expert Belt, it can either be mild or rash, whatever defensive nature you want to lower. Mild lowers defense and rash lowers special defense. Now for the EVs, you're going to have 252 speed, 252 special attack, and then 4 in HP. The reason for speed is obviously this thing's more than likely going to be outrun by a lot of things that it could potentially shut down if it didn't have that speed investment. But I do recommend not running a plus speed nature because you're going to want the damage output that this thing needs to bring, since it can't abuse growth in the sun. So now for the choice spec set, I am going to recommend Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, Weather Ball, as is a staple of the set and gives you a water move in Rain or a rock move in Sandstorm. And then Hidden Power Electric, just for the sole reason of Gyarados being really, really annoying. I mean, let's face it, Gyarados is pretty annoying, and it also kind of hits some flying types, although I don't really think there's that many flying types in OU anymore now that Tornadus T kind of, went bye-bye. The only thing I think this doesn't cover is the whole Thunderous T, which is a huge issue, and really you shouldn't be having Venusaur try and take that on regardless without Sun support and Chlorophyll. So, yeah. But for the Life Orb and Expert Belt set, it is going to switch a little bit. You're going to go with Giga Drain to kind of, get some health back from Life Orb damage as much as you can. Sludge Bomb is going to switch to Earthquake because, you are giving up the obligatory stab to go ahead and hit Heatran a little bit harder, and this really makes a lot more sense in a Sandstorm team than it does in a Rain team. In a Rain team, you can probably get away with still, leaving Sludge Bomb over Earthquake, but if you really hate Heatran and you think you can potentially outspeed it in the Sandstorm or something along those lines, then you are welcome to go for the Earthquake. Maybe you get a good prediction and it's not an Airtran, so therefore you can Earthquake it and get rid of it, pretty much. So, yeah. Obviously, Earthquake over Sludge Bomb and the Life Orb scenario just kind of makes it a little bit better, as well as allowing it to handle some steel types and all that. And then you are actually going to still keep Weather Ball, obviously, but your HP Electric can also go ahead and stay, actually. I thought you can also sacrifice HP Electric for Earthquake if you're not that afraid of Gyarados. But I do recommend HP Electric, as Gyarados can and potentially will be a huge threat if you decide to have Venusaur try and take him on alone. So yeah, HP Electric I think is like a guaranteed OHKO on Gyarados or like a guaranteed 2-hit KO, something along those lines. And hope this worked out. And obviously, Overgrowth's gonna work when your Venusaur is at lower HP. Which could happen to just maybe like a Scizor trying to bullet punch you and survive, and I don't know why you'd Giga Drain at that point, but just situational arguments right there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and basically go ahead and leave a suggestion for next week's Moveset of the Week, or if you like one of the suggestions that will be in the comments, do what you did this last week and go ahead and thumbs that up. It really helps me to kind of know which set to lean towards. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys later.